Alright guys, we're back with another Cassante video. This one's versus Gwen. And as you can see, this is a very high MMR lobby. I have never been matched with a challenger player before, so this is a first for me. I definitely learned a lot from this game and how small things really will win you the game. So here, I go to watch for invade, but since I see my mid laner isn't walking over to watch this bush, I ward it. And we get such a huge lead just off of that. The smolder walks up, my mid laner sees it, and then we immediately walk over. Now the only mistake I make is I should have immediately ghosted, but I wasn't sure how much of his team was here. But if I had ghosted earlier to get that last auto off, Jace would have flashed and the smolder dies even if he does flash. Because there's only Talon there. But I wasn't sure how much of their team was there, so I didn't ghost immediately. But getting his summoner spell right there into a Jace who knows what he's doing, that one mid lane. He gets the lane late, so Jace gets more minions than him. You're gonna see just how much he snowballs off of that. So then when it comes to the Gwen matchup, you can start Q or E. Most of the time, I go E to avoid most of her damage. I find myself going shield in a lot of matchups now. It just feels comfortable to me. But Q is fine. So I'm playing extra safe right now because I don't have my ghost. So I really don't want to get too low. I want to try to stay in lane as long as possible. You're looking to avoid the center of her Q. Never forget, Gwen really only has one damaging ability. That's the saving grace of going against this champion. And all her damage is in her Q until she hits level 6. So as long as you avoid the center of that, you're fine. The key to winning is taking short trades. Any extended fight with a champion that brings Conquer, you're probably not going to win it. So you need to do those short trades, try to poke her down. I'm probably not going to be able to poke her down early on. You're not probably going to be able to poke her down early on because our Q's base damage is just so low. So just look to get your minions in, get any grass procs you can so you have more health later on. It'll only help you. Yep. This is another Biscuits matchup. So right there, I was expecting that Q to land. That's why you saw me dash forward. I was going to try to get her under my tower, but it misses. So I took a little bit of damage. No real kill threat on me right now. Just trying to conserve mana, mostly last hit. If you notice, compared to my other videos, I'm farming better, so there's that, you know. We'll take the small wins. It's time for a recall. See, I wouldn't really, unless the Gwen is bad, I really wouldn't try to go for any kills early on. This is another one of those matchups where unless you get her in the tower, you're probably not going to be able to. And even when you hit level 6, you have to watch it because once your magic resist is low from ulting, her ult will just shred you. That's what makes her so good into Cassante. Is like she just does so much damage when you press R that she can just kill you. So what you need to do is similar to Fiora, is poke her down. And then once she's below half, that's when you all in, because you should be able to kill her before she gets all 3 alt procs off. But you gotta, you know, actually land your Qs. If you miss any of your combo, you might die for it. If she doesn't miss any of her ults. So watch what I'm doing with my creep wave here. I'm slow pushing, which makes it so that she has to fight me and my minions. And she misses out on more minions because hers are killing mine. Go, I get my little bit of damage off and I back up. Once her cooldowns are up, that's when I look at my trades. I fought her a little harder right there because I wanted to set up for the gank, but she does have that bush warded, so it doesn't really work out. Echo helps me shove this out. And then right here, I think about doing a dive. It would be good. But then I realize right here, if I go for this, she's gonna hit level 6 and then I die. I look at the wave and like, yeah, when this cannon minion dies, she's gonna hit 6. So always be paying attention to that stuff because that'll cost you kills or that'll cost you deaths. If you remember one of my other videos, actually happened with a Riven. It was both level 1. I wasn't keeping count of what minions had died. She hit level 2 and then immediately all into me. Level 6 is a pretty big power spike for Gwen as well as you, so you really want to make sure you keep in tabs on that. Okay, then we go back. Again, I'm only last hitting because I want to slow push this wave back into the Gwen. I want her to miss out on some of these minions heading back to her tower, and I want to build up a nice creep wave. By having these minions on my side, every time that I go for that short trade, if she tries to fight me, she's going to take more damage from my minions than I take from hers. Just like that. Then I back up. You want to let her conqueror stacks come down, her Q stacks come down, and then you go for the next one. There we go. If she didn't start to walk to the right there, you know I had her. Now here is where having control wards come into play. Control wards, you get a lot of value when you're on blue side. Notice what it just made her do. She has to walk over to that right side. I'm popping my potion because I know that I gotta go over there. Boom. Take her right to my tower. This is why I like playing blue side more than red side. That's a little harder to pull off when you're on red side, but it's the same concept. A control ward kind of makes them have to go over to that right angle to set up your combos. And then, as I said, once you got her poked down, she has to, you'll be able to kill her before she gets her ult off. And if you've been looking at the kill feed, you can see just how much my jungler and my mid laner have been killing their mid laner off of that one play we made. The score is currently 7-2. And the Talon is forced now to either play bot side or try to help his mid laner out, so the Gwen can't really get any help. Okay. I get a nice trade off here. Still slow pushing. I already know right here my team is on Dragon, so I know Talon is probably top side, and then that gets confirmed once he kills the Voids. But I'm in a very safe position. They can't kill me. The Gwen can't really trade with me right here. All I'm doing right now is buying time for my ult to come up. Staying healthy until then. Threaten with Q3. And now he's respecting me because he knows, like, if he tries to fight me in this minion wave, it's not going to end well for him. And then what slow pushing also opens up is dive opportunities. Once you got this big wave like this, a dive becomes much safer. And my Jace, this is really why he's challenger. He sees the wave that I'm building up. And then he comes up here, not on this wave, but the next one. I wanted to go for a dive there, a little take her over the wall, with my W, but her wave clear, now that she's got a couple points in Q, is so high. I mean, can't really look for that. But notice what I did with the wave right there. I don't just start immediately hitting it to get back under her tower. No, I want her to have to come from her tower range to fight me, so I can keep getting those small trades off like that. I can't stress enough, top lane is like 80% wave management. You gotta learn how to work these creep waves to do what you want to do. This is what makes K'Sante strong, is once you get that down, you got a lot of opportunities to make stuff happen. There we go on this wave. My J sees this. And he's plenty strong. We just burst her right down. And then this lane is pretty much over for her. Once you build Kanik, Rukorn, Gwen becomes super easy. It's the same thing with Rumble, but Rumble is harder to lane into. His Q just does way too much damage. It's not as easy to avoid most of it. So to recap, short trades. Get your grass, Q, auto procs in. Slow push into her, so you can keep taking those short trades. Control ward, if you're on blue side, red side too. Control ward, force them into angles where you can get them under the tower. 9 times out of 10, you'll kill them. Awesome. And if you have any questions, leave them down below. But as you can see, this game was pretty much a stomp. What is that? Yeah, 28-8. Yeah.